morning. Happy Monday. Dr. Crystal here with your Monday motivational moment. I hope you guys are having a great start to your week. I know here in the Atlanta area it's a little cloudy, but that's okay. Still happy and good on the inside. So I hope the same is true for each of you. I would also like to say Happy Women's History Month. Today is March 1st, and it is the beginning of the month that's set aside to observe women and the amazing accomplishments that have been achieved throughout the years. And with that, I would like to start off this morning by sharing a passage with you out of Judges chapter 5, verse 12. And it says, wake up, wake up. And that's Deborah, and I share that because as women, we have to wake up. We have to wake up to our calling. We have to wake up and boldly embrace and boldly walk in the purpose that God has assigned to our lives. There's a quote, and it goes something like, well behaved women rarely make history, right? And that's true. If you sit on the sidelines, if you're very quiet and demure, no, you're not going to really make a lot of history. But what I would like to encourage you guys with today as our motivational moment is to be wild. And I don't mean wild and out there, and doing things that are kind of scandalous, but to be wild with your purpose. And to be wild is to be willing to do whatever it takes, right? To, within reason, be willing to do whatever it takes to move in the purpose that God has assigned to your life. And to be wild means to be independent, to be an independent thinker. Don't be conformed to the little box that society puts you in. Just because you have a certain level of education, or just because you have a certain level of income, or you have just a certain number of friends, the world may tell you you can't fulfill that dream you're talking about. But that's not what God says. If God put it in your heart, then that means He's going to give you the provisions to succeed in it. And then being wild also means to leverage your connections. And I'm not talking about using people, but I'm talking about being open to partnering with like-minded people. Don't ever think you have to go it alone. There's truly nothing new under the sun. And there's always someone who's gone before you. But you have to be willing to be humble enough to leverage partnerships that will help you to fully embrace and walk in your God-given purpose. And then to be wild, you have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated to the cause, dedicated to the thing that God has placed on your heart. That means you may have to lose sleep. You may not be able to have your spa day. You may not be able to go to that game. You may not be able to take that trip right now. You have to be dedicated to doing the things that God has instilled in your heart for you to do. So as we move forward with the first day of Women's History Month, get out there and be wild and have a great week.